right. Welcome everyone to, as you guys can see here, the Magpie Creampie Show. Obviously, a show talking about Newcastle United and all that sort of stuff. Lots of stuff that has happened since the last time I've done this show. Obviously, um, literally have done streaming for the last like 3 hours now, so a little bit worn off, I would say. But talking about Newcastle is also a bit of a fucking ask, I'll be honest. But yeah, before we get started, please do hit the like button on the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Obviously, if you guys want to join the live chat, the link to join is in the live chat. Like actually to come on to the show and talk, if you guys want to, obviously. But yeah, in terms of everything that has now happened since the last time I've done this show, obviously we lost yet another game. What a surprise. Which means we end the month of April with a grand total of 0 points. Fantastic. Which practically has ended our chance of getting any form of European football. Which I think some people are still going to give, hey, he had one bad season. I don't want to talk too much on it. Now, you guys can see from the title, Relegation Talk is among some Newcastle supporters. Now, first of all, I do not think we'll be relegated by the end of the season. But the fact that some people think we are actually going to get relegated it shows it's not realism. It's more like you are still stuck on what you were in the past. Like, I've seen us get relegated, so you can't come after me because I've seen Newcastle got relegated, right? A couple times now. So for anyone saying, oh, we could get relegated because they've said, no, we're not. Stop. If you really want to think that we are still 5 years since the takeover, a relegation candidate team, you have not moved on from this club. You have not moved on from Mike Ashley. I'll be honest. Because there's no way that we are going to get relegated. I'm not even thinking about it. I don't even bother saying anything regarding that because I know we're going to be safe. People might say, oh, but this might be fun. No, we're not. Come on. We're 8 points clear of Spurs, and Spurs are Spurs. Let's be honest. And even then, we have West Ham to play. And we play West Ham as the final home game of the season. Are we going to do a fucking lap of honor for another fucking loss again? Or like, we haven't actually won a final home game of the season, let alone even the penultimate one as well, I believe, which is crazy to think about. But we're not getting relegated. Just stop. Any other Newcastle fans still thinking of, or making a segment on their fucking podcast or any of their shows saying Newcastle Newcastle relegation talk. There's no point in talking about a fucking relegation at all. So stop talking about it. If you're talking about it, that means you have not moved. Oh, but it's where we are right now. We are in a relegation. No, we're not. I know fucking Leeds United are playing Burnley and could go above us. Leagues aren't going down, I'll be honest. We're not going down. I believe it's between Spurs or West Ham, wherever it may be. Maybe even Forest, but whatever. We will not be the team that'll be finishing 18th by the end of the season. We will not. So anyone thinking that we'll get relegated on 42 points, heck, even if we fucking draw the next game or get 1 point in the final 12 points available, we're still going to be safe. So stop with this relegation talk. Just stop it. Okay? Don't make any like if anyone's making a video or a talk show, a segment or whatever, the only reason why I'm putting it in is because it's a fucking disgrace that the fan base are actually thinking about fucking relegation. Stop thinking like you're Mike Ashley. We're not Mike Ashley anymore. This is not the club anymore. I want this club to be successful. I do not want our fucking fans to say, oh, we might get relegated. Shut the fuck up. That's the only thing I will say. Shut the fuck up. Oh, but you're not being real about it. Look, no, bro, we're not getting relegated. Next season can be a different talk, sure. But this season, we're not getting relegated. So stop making a fucking segment about Newcastle getting relegated. That for me is just stop talking about it. Just stop. Because the more our fucking fans think about it, the more it will bleed into the fucking team and the more we're actually going to get relegated. So stop with this fucking, like, why is the Newcastle fan base still thinking about, oh, we might get, no. Calm right there. Just calm your fucking fat titties. Just calm. Just be calm about it. Stop with these relegation talk. We're not getting invited to these relegation talks from Nottingham Forest fans, from Spurs fans, from West Ham fans, from whatever fucking fan base. We're not getting into these sort of talk shows. So why are we talking about potential relegation battles? Why? What's the point? We're not getting invited to these fucking shows. So what's the fucking point? Why are we talking about it? The fact that some people want to talk about it, it's crazy. So that's just my little rant on the club and the fan base thinking we are in a relegation battle. Just stop. Why are you thinking like that? So for me, I don't think about relegation. I'm thinking about what can we do to become a better team next season in the Premier League. Let me say that, in the Premier League. So there we go. And speaking of that, Anthony Gordon, as I said, bro, I do not care if he goes. We're not in Europe next season. I know we still have a chance. So here's another thing. We could still get into Europe, but people want to talk about us being a relegation battle. What is it then? Are we going for Europe? Are we going to get relegated? What is it? What is it? For me, it's crazy that we're thinking about. But Anthony Gordon, we're not in Europe anymore. You can go to, it could be whatever. To be honest, I don't fucking care what club it is. Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United. I do not fucking care where he goes. Let him leave the club. If he outgrown us, so be it. He can say goodbye. That's it. Done. Bro didn't even play in any of the cup finals. 0 minutes in both cup finals. So what's the point? So for me, it's crazy that we have people in the fan base thinking we should keep Gordon. Don't. No. No more. He's finished. 4 games, done. No more of him. Other players. I saw Livramento might stay. Look, the fact that some people are saying, what do you call this? About Livramento, that like, oh, he has to go. Why? Because he's not in good form. Well, bro, he's been injured for like most of the season. But at the same time, I can understand why people are upset. But at the same time, we won't have any fucking right backs. We would need 2 then. We still need a right back anyway. All right? Trippier's leaving. Emil Kraft, thank fuck he's leaving. Like, we want to refresh the squad. Is refreshing the squad just selling everyone then? Like, for some reason, the past week at Newcastle United has been fucking crazy. Talking about relegation battle and all that sort of shit. Yet we had a good performance at Arsenal. So what is it then? And we have the game against Brighton tomorrow, which I'll be honest, I'm not doing a watch. What's the fucking point of doing a watch along for a game that if we win, yay. If we draw, if we lose, like, what's the fucking point? Right? There's no point. I said the season is done after that game that happened on the 22nd of March. The season's done. So why are we adding segments about European race or relegation battle? The season's done. It does not matter anymore. It doesn't. Spurs or West Ham, whichever one's not going to catch up to us. No, we're not finishing 18th. We're not going to be in the European stages next season. So what's the point? There's nothing else. If we lose to Brighton, I mean, most people are expecting that anyway. So why bother watching us then? Oh, but you gotta support the team. But at the same time, what's the team done? They've lost, what, 5 games in a row in all competitions? I don't want to watch a team that keeps on losing. It's crazy. Maybe it's just me streaming for like the last 3 or so hours, and the Deportivo game wasn't as fantastic, but Deportivo still won. But again, this is a Newcastle show. But yeah, in terms of like everything else, player transfers, look, whoever's coming into the club, please, because I saw reports that Eddie Howe is likely going to stay. Eddie Howe is likely going to stay. So, look, at some point, we all have to come to terms with that. That he's likely going to say, even if we lose every game, we won't get relegated, as I said. So, then it's about what do we do in this summer transfer window. I do not fucking care. Oh, there's a World Cup in the middle of it. I don't fucking care. Do the transfers during the World. I don't fucking care. Do it. You know? So, in my opinion, the summer transfer window, you have to get spot. It has to be like a quote unquote 10 out of 10 season namesake. Like it has to be. Like I cannot deal with another fucking summer like last. Fucking signing Elanga. Whistle came on to a fucking interview. Oh, I have no preseason. Bro, you know why you don't have a fucking preseason? It's because you tried to do what motherfucking Alexander Isak tried to fucking do and tried to just not be at the club at all, right? I'm talking about Wissa. Wissa is saying he didn't have a preseason. Bro, if you were at least a bit respectful to the club you were at, maybe things would have been okay, right? And then look what's happened. It's the same shit that's happening to Isak this season, right? But we have this is very off topic. We have Liverpool fans saying, "Oh, he didn't have a preseason. That's why." So where's our fucking excuse when we fucking say, "Oh, Wissa didn't have a preseason"? Bro, there's a reason why. This is why I do not like when players fucking decide, "Oh, I will not be with the team whatsoever at all." Just train with the team. If you're not going to put in the effort in preseason, just turn up to training. Do whatever it is in training, whatever, so that you are quote unquote match fit in a way. Then when you go to the club of your choice, then goodbye, you know? That's the thing. Is that where's the respect on the current club you're at? And this will go to Anthony Gordon specifically. It could go to other players after that. But Anthony Gordon, just let him go. World Cup, whatever, I don't care. If there's a club that's willing to pay a certain amount that we can agree on, do it. Do it. If not, and he's still employed at this club, he has to be at least respectful and train with the club, because he's seen fucking a certain player at Liverpool now that people are saying, oh, he's having a bad season because he didn't have a preseason. Preseason was last year now. So why are we still talking about preseason? Risser's talking about preseason's fucking interview. You know why you didn't have a preseason? Because you didn't turn up at the club you were at. There's a reason why I bet Brentford fans don't respect Risser. It's the same shit to us, and it is, in a way, almost the same shit that Liverpool fans have on Trent Alexander-Arnold. So it goes both ways for every fucking club then. The only difference is that Trent actually went, before preseason, basically. Right? So, in my opinion, why are we still complaining about preseason? Preseason was what? Mid-August? This is the start of May. Why are we still talking about this shit? So for me, man, it's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable that now players are going to come out to complain that they didn't have a preseason. Maybe if you actually fucking turned up in the clubs you were at before you came to us or whatever, do at least your fucking professional work and see it out. You don't have to be 100% trying your best at the preseason stuff, but at least have yourself be match fit. So there you go, guys. There you go on that side. So when it comes to this upcoming summer, I expect it to be a quote-unquote 10 out of 10 window. I expect now that we're not in Europe and we have one game a week, and heck, that hasn't worked out for us now, has it? Since April started, and now we're in May. I expect that is this a hot take next season? Next season, one game a week, Newcastle. Not in Europe for fucking another season. The squad cannot cope with 2 games a week. Bullshit. We've invested, quote unquote, invested in this squad for 5 years, but this squad cannot cope. Bro, this whole entire the squad that we're going to have this upcoming next season. Name me a player that is still there from before the regime or whatever. What, Joe Linton? And that's it. And Joe Linton, I'll be honest, doesn't really start anymore as much. Oh, and he's back, by the way, against Brighton. What an idiot. I remember that time. So, what's another thing? There's a lot of things to rant about. Like, oh, this isn't the squad that can cope with 2 games a week. Bro, almost the entire team has now been here since the takeover. So, you cannot be complaining that the squad is not good enough. Like, since the takeover, there you go. You know, and the squad does need a refresh. So if they're saying, oh, we're going to sell these players or let go of these players, and then we're going to bring in a lot of these other players, I'll be honest, next season, look where Man United are. Or, yeah, the best example is Man United this season. Man United are going to finish most likely top 5. I don't really care, 3rd, 4th, 5th, whatever. That's where I expect Newcastle to be next season. I expect us to be in the Champions League places by the end of next season. And I'll be honest, is it a hot take to say that we should be competing for the title? Not the title, but do what Aston Villa were doing in December, you know, before they had a bit of a drop-off. Do that at least then. Like, can there be a season where we can just have a good season? Maybe Eddie Howe can prove us wrong. Fantastic if he can. Do it then. I want Eddie Howe. I don't want him, but I want him to prove me wrong, to prove a lot of other people wrong, because a lot of people are Eddie Howe out, which I'm fine with because I'm Eddie Howe out. After what happened in both of those derby games, that's my turning point. That was when I returned to being him out, because he failed to fucking get a single fucking win against them. That's why the season's been done for more than a month now. So in my opinion, if Eddie Howe stays, my expectation next season, 1 game a week, right, you should be where Aston Villa, Man United are in terms of like trying to compete for the title, but not really be competing for it, but at least be up there, you know, throughout the entirety of the season. I don't want us by fucking December be mid-table and then we'll go on a good run of form and then, you know, just get about. No, I want us from the start of the season, right? We'll have a good preseason. We don't have to compete with Europe. Go for every single competition you're in. And plus, the 2 seasons that we were out of Europe, we reached the Carabao Cup final. So my expectation should be we should win the Carabao Cup. That should be my expectation. Because the 2 seasons we were in Europe, in the Carabao Cup, we didn't make the final. So next season, I'm expecting us to be in the Carabao Cup final. I expect it. That's my expectation. FA Cup, whatever. Same shit. Try win it. Next season, I want to be like last season. You win a trophy and do a lot better in the league. Our best points tally under this manager is 71 points. I want us to reach that. 70 plus points. I'll say 70 points next season. That should be the the target. 70. That should be the target next season in terms of the points tally. I'm not saying 100. I'm not even saying 80. 70 points is achievable because the manager has done it. 71 points a few years ago. So my expectation is 70 points next season, which is how many? That would be like 23 wins, technically, more or less. That's what, 69 points? But 23 points, 23 wins, sorry. So that's the expectation, 70 points next season. That's the expectation I have. By the end of next season, we should have minimum 70 points next season. Anything less than that is not good enough, in my opinion. Because this squad that we're going to assemble will have one game a week, so have more on the training ground, which is what the manager has been complaining about this season. And then the season after, 27-28 season, look what's going to happen. We'll be playing 3 whatever games a week in the Champions League once again. Yay. And then, you know what will happen by the end of it? We are going to be somewhere, whatever, in the league, like 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, wherever. And we're going to fucking miss out on Europe for another season after that. And then the cycle repeats because, he's given a season. Yeah. 9 minutes in? Damn. So, big up to Matt. And soon, congratulations on winning the Premier League. So, yeah, my thoughts are next season, because I'll be honest, Tantrum and Matt and anyone else in the chat, I don't really care where we finish in the league. We're not going to be in Europe next season, and we're not getting relegated. Do not listen to any other Newcastle fans that say we are in a relegation the threat or whatever. Just stop. All right, no. So next season, here are my list. It's like I need like a notebook or something. I'll pretend like I do have one. So point number 1. Obrigado. De nada. Even though I know that's not really the Portuguese way of saying it's de nada. But number 1, Premier League. What's the expectation? 70. Oh, how am I writing it? 70 points is the target. Minimum. Get 70 points minimum next season. I'm not asking for 80. I'm not asking for 90. I'm not trying to ask that we should be the Centurions part 2 or whatever. 70 points. That's a good tally, and that gets you Champions League football anyway. Almost every season it does. So 70 points. Yeah. So, as I said, and even if they beat Villa, they're going to fucking lose the next game to whoever they Leeds. If Leeds are winning, Leeds can beat Spurs. So, what's the point? So, next season, 70 points in the Premier League. Minimum. Let it be the target. Once you reach it, try to go for more if you can. 70 points. 70 points. Oh, walang anuman. That means you're welcome. So that's the Premier League done. EFL Carabao Cup. Win it. The 2 seasons that we were not in Europe, we reached the Carabao Cup final. We lost to Man United the first time in 2023. 2025, we beat Liverpool in the final. So this upcoming season, with us not being in Europe, and we always fucking do well in the Carabao Cup, win it. Win it again. Win the Carabao Cup. Try to win the trophy back. And we cannot be complaining, but Man City. No, just whoever you get, you beat them. You beat them. The season we won the Carabao Cup, we beat the following teams. We beat Chelsea on the way. We beat Arsenal on the way. We beat Nottingham Forest on the way. We beat Liverpool on the way. That's 4 teams that we beat to win the Carabao Cup. So we deserve to win it. So next season, we should not be complaining about not winning the Carabao Cup. That should be the expectation now from the fan base now. So, as I said, number 1, Premier League. Points tally, 70 points. That's a good target to have. Number 2, Carabao Cup, win it. FA Cup. Now, we've not reached the semifinals at Wembley. So let me be a little bit realistic with this. Semi-final minimum, but try go and win it. But okay, fair enough. We don't take it at all seriously. Semi-final minimum, semi-final, which means we go to Wembley. So my expectation is at minimum 2 trips to Wembley. Carabao Cup final, FA Cup semi-final. If you get an FA Cup final, that's 3 trips to Wembley. Do that. Do what Man City are doing, basically. And then, well, we're not in Europe. So I can't fucking say anything about Europe. So this upcoming season, not in Europe. So if we can get a trophy, Carabao Cup or FA Cup, or even Premier League somehow, that plus Champions League football, that's the minimum. Just like the season before, just like this season I expected minimum, but whatever. So that's a lot of my thoughts. In terms of like other stuff that are happening right now at this moment in time, I do think that like overall we will be safe. So no one should be talking about relegation battles or whatever. So I'll be honest, final 4 games, I don't really care. Look, if we beat Brighton, woohoo! Yay! We beat Brighton. If we do that. If we draw, woo! We got a point finally. If we lose, oh well. There's always next season. So that's how I feel about the game tomorrow. I didn't even realize it's tomorrow. I thought it was on Sunday. Or heck, I don't even fucking care. So heading into that game tomorrow, prediction. I mean, if we put up a good fight away at Arsenal, then okay. Prediction for me for that game. 0-0. You get your 43 points, which will be safe, right? Should be what we should be aiming? 43 points. If Spurs can get a fucking draw against Brighton, and probably should have beaten Brighton that time a while back, we should as well. Like we're not as bad as Tottenham, because lads, it's Tottenham, it's Spurs. So I'll say 0-0 for the game tomorrow. 1-1, 2-1 for whoever. I don't really care. I'll just go for a draw. I don't really care what the score is. Just draw. Then I don't know. That's the feeling around the club. I'll be honest. So it's just not the great feeling for us, and that means when the summer does come around, I am expecting us, as I said, to be in. I want the start of next season for us to go on and like win games at the start of the season. We have 1 game a week, so we should be doing that. Then, if they're trying to give the manager one bad season out of 4 or 5, whatever you want to call it, then this next season it shouldn't be a bad season, right? So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Because can I trust us? I don't know, but I hope we do. I don't know. If it's going to be the same fucking stupid tactics and it's going to get found out next season, then there's no excitement then. You know, just give us some unpredictability. Even if we lose, just have something that's fun to watch. Because if we lose in the Premier League 5 games in a row, then what's the fucking point? So, not going to speak too much longer. I mean, I've been streaming for like 3.5 hours. I'm a bit tired, so I'm not doing a show with Don C later. I'm not, because he said he's not going to do one, so fine. So yeah, that's basically it for me today, I guess. So yeah, until then, guys, I'll see you guys. The most likely will be on the channel Tuesday for the UEFA Champions League game between Arsenal and Atletico Madrid. Oh God. And as you said here, the 2-year cycle. Yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed my rant or whatever you want to call it for this show. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday for the Champions League watch along of Atletico Madrid away at Arsenal. Hooray the lads. Woo!